Prices are down huge on new construction. Existing home prices are plummeting. Investors like OpenDoor are getting hosed, and foreclosures, bad loans, and adjustable rate mortgages are back. There's a housing recession in full swing in Riverside County, and I did my best to make this the most informative, juiciest, sauciest video that you could possibly watch about the local housing market. I packed it full of data for you guys. So let's take a look at Lennar, OpenDoor, Zillow, and the local MLS to figure out what's happening in French Valley and the surrounding areas. There are 210 U.S. housing markets at risk of 15 to 20% home price declines. Riverside County is expected to see an approximate 25% drop in home prices. One of the many reasons, 26% of mortgages here are considered risky. In fact, Riverside County was recently named the #1 metro in the country most susceptible to a housing downturn in the next recession. My name is David Serpa. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a realtor, a combat veteran, a basketball coach, and a father, and I love French Valley and my neighbors. I'm here to give you all the information that you need so that you can make the best decision for you and your family. So let's jump into what's happening in real estate right here, right now. We're going to start with new homes. For the first time in months, there's sitting inventory all over the country. But in French Valley, new construction is everywhere. I'm here at the Lennar site at the end of Benton Road, where there's plenty of inventory for interested buyers. The problem is that since interest rates have skyrocketed, interest in buying new has plummeted. There are multiple sites in Winchester with sitting inventory. Here in French Valley off Benton, the price drops have been quick and they have been massive. Just take a look at these price reductions. $35,000, $55,000, $25,000, no change, $10,000, $50,000, $50,000, and $50,000 again. At the condos being built near Abilene, there are 3 future releases and 2 homes sitting, both with $40,000 price reductions. New home sites are everywhere. Murrieta, North Winchester, Menifee, San Jacinto, Hemet, Homeland, etc. In Menifee, there are 7 future releases and 1 move-in ready home that has reduced its price by $89,000. Our valley is booming with new commercial space, new infrastructure and roads, and several new home builders. Lennar isn't the only builder reducing its prices. There are 51 new homes listed for sale within 2 miles of my office. Of the 51 homes that are listed, 28 of them have reductions, which means 55% of all new home builds active on the market have reduced prices, and many of them have significant buyer incentives. Just make sure you read the fine print, get a home inspection, and remember how new home builders were treating you 3 months ago. Institutional investors are having an even harder time than new construction. OpenDoor overbought inventory, and now it's sitting in mass. Let's dive into Rancho Bella Vista to highlight one home in particular, which is listed and owned by OpenDoor. Just remember, as we review this home, that there are over 200 like it that are listed for sale locally. Now, all of the homes that we're going to look at are model matches. The one in the middle is Katie in my listing. It closes today. The one at the top is listed and owned by OpenDoor. As of editing this video, it's still on the market 168 days later. OpenDoor purchased this home on March 10th for $618,500. OpenDoor then suddenly decided that this home was worth significantly more on the open market, though they probably didn't tell their seller this, because they listed it for $750,000, $131,500 more than they bought it for just 20 days earlier. However, I don't think OpenDoor was banking on interest rates going up 3 times and nearly doubling in the next few months. Fast forward to now, and this home has been reduced by $109,000 and is currently being offered for $641,000. OpenDoor is in a similar problem with a lot of their sitting inventory. When we take a deeper look at the homes on this list, we see that Temecula to Ontario, Lake Elsinore to Hemet, Rancho Cucamonga to Menifee, OpenDoor has 240 listings. This is a rough place to be in with falling home prices and spiking interest rates. 201 of their 240 homes have reduced prices. That's over 83%. Next, let's take a look at your home. Existing home prices have actually dipped in the last 3 months in Riverside County. Exactly how much? I'll tell you in a minute. Just know inventory is still moving when the home is priced right and marketed right, because buyers are still relocating to the Inland Empire en masse. Many home buyers are fleeing Orange County, San Diego, and LA in search of affordable housing. They're coming out to look at homes either unrepresented or unaccompanied by out-of-area agents. If buyers don't hire a local agent, many of them are completely dependent on seeing what's open. Put simply, if agents won't make the drive out here, which many of them don't, their clients miss out. Now, I've been in real estate for almost 10 years, and I can tell you I regularly see major life decisions made at open houses because open houses work when agents work, especially in a shifting market. Now, let's get back to the data. There are 119 homes listed for sale within 2 miles of my office, located in the Stater Brothers Shopping Center, which is the French Valley Village Plaza where Clinton Keith is going to meet Benton Road. Agents need to be realistic and stay educated right now when pricing these homes. They might actually have to do some research. They might have to do some marketing. You might actually have to work, because being uneducated or unwilling to work in this market leads to a rapidly diminishing bottom line for your seller, as you can see looking through the MLS. Homes are still selling. Buyers are still buying. They're just no longer willing to be taken to the cleaners. It's made for a very serious market. You can see of the 119 homes within 2 miles of my office, 63 of them have price reductions. That's almost 53%. Average days on market is 45. Average price is a little over $692,000. But prices have actually dropped 5% in the last 3 months in Riverside County. Now that's significant. If prices kept that pace for 12 months, that would be a 20% reduction in 1 year. We would be well on our way to seeing prices at pre-pandemic levels. The average price is $692,830. 5% of that is $34,641. That means that the average person in French Valley lost $34,640 in equity in the last 3 months. Divide that by 12, and you see it would be the equivalent of $2,886 in equity lost every week. Now, I understand that markets cycle, and that 4-year, 8-year, and 40-year prices all tend to look about the same, with little peaks and valleys along the way. These peaks and valleys can be significant, especially for a seller who may have debt or may have taken out a HELOC, which is a home equity line of credit. People looking to leave California, looking to upgrade, or simply cash out. It's more clear than ever that time is money. Now pay attention to what the Fed Chair, Jerome Powell, is telling you. They are actively combating inflation. It's important to understand the way rates affect housing prices. For the last 8 years, the rates have fluctuated below 5% until recently. This last year, the Feds doubled rates from near historic lows and sent them just over 6%. But historically, if you zoom out and look back at the 1980s, which Jerome Powell frequently mentions, rates were over 17%. As rates have consistently gone down since the 1980s, prices have consistently gone up. In 1980, rates were about to go over 17%, but the average home in California was $100,000. 1990, $180,000. The year 2000, $200,000. 2010, $350,000. 2020, $450,000. In 2022, $600,000. Now, who can afford a $600,000 home at a 17% interest rate? As rates go up, prices come down because buyers can't afford the monthly payments. I can tell you this, buyers are buying, sellers are selling. The market is very much alive, but it's shifting. I just want to make sure that my neighbors can see it clearly. If you've been looking for the right time to buy or sell, or if you think that you found that perfect home, be careful trying to time the market, because no one has a crystal ball. FOMO has officially shifted from the buyer who thought that they might never be able to buy a home to the seller that realizes that they missed the top of the market, that they might not be able to sell their home now and leave California. They might not be able to pay off that HELOC loan. In fact, they might get foreclosed on, which is where we're going right now. So if you need to sell, if you're getting close, I would not wait. I would do it right now. Of course, you have my information. I'm not hard to find. To see where this is going, we need to take a look at the disparity between active foreclosures and pre-foreclosures. As prices are falling, foreclosures are coming back. Riverside County is in the list of counties with the greatest number of foreclosure starts in August, with 280 starts. In the list of cities, Riverside also made the list along with Cleveland, Chicago, and Jacksonville. But let's take a deeper look at the Temecula Valley. For the last 8 years, if people came to me and they said that they wanted to see foreclosures, I just told them this isn't the market. But now winter is coming. We're going to take a look at pre-foreclosures, foreclosures, and auctions using Zillow. Now, I'm going to show you how to use this tool for research purposes only. This information is not reliable enough to act on, and I'm going to tell you why in a few moments. Go to Zillow, go to the bottom of the page and select Map. Click Remove Boundary, zoom out, and I'm going to use my fat little finger here to draw out the greater Temecula Valley. I'm going to For Sell to bring up the drop box, reveal more options, remove by agent, by owner, new construction and coming soon, select auction, foreclosures, foreclosed, and pre-foreclosures. In the Temecula Valley, 33 agent listings are actively listed as foreclosed, with another astonishingly high 331 homes in a state of serious delinquency. These homes are being listed as pre-foreclosures. Unfortunately for Zillow, every realtor knows there's no such thing as a pre-foreclosure. None of these 300 plus families agreed to list their home for sale, nor did they agree with Zillow to have their personal home put online as a pre-foreclosure. A great deal of these homeowners are working to get their homes out of a state of serious delinquency when, to their surprise, suddenly their home is listed for sale on Zillow. I know from experience, I've been on Zillow's pre-foreclosure list. I had no interest in selling my home. So as shady as a practice as this is, and it is shady, I actually feel bad for Zillow, because without selling bogus leads to agents on homes like mine, they'd be out of business. Last year, Zillow's only money-making venture was selling leads to real estate agents. In fact, they lost $881 million trying to invest in real estate using their algorithms. Zillow may have tapped out of the buyer's hemisphere, but OpenDoor has doubled down. They doubled their ad spend 4 weeks ago, despite their stock being in a free fall. And it was recently announced Zillow has partnered with OpenDoor. A friend of mine and fellow realtor said, it's like the blind leading the blind. Now, these investors, they have a bottom line. But to me, when I meet with my clients, when I go into their homes and I meet with their families and I find out what's going on in their life, they're not a bottom line. I would never even dream about taking advantage of my clients. However, the same cannot be said of OpenDoor. Under a proposed administrative order, which was announced in August of this year, OpenDoor was fined $62 million for misleading customers about the true cost of its business. Why were they fined? Allegedly tricking consumers. The FTC stated, most people who sold to OpenDoor made thousands of dollars less than they would have made selling their homes using the traditional process. Adding, there's nothing innovative about cheating customers. OpenDoor has now partnered with Lennar. Want to buy a new home with Lennar? Just sell your current home to OpenDoor. Just don't expect them to give you top dollar for your home. They're going to try to do that for themselves when they list it. Or you can hire a realtor and list your home on the open market, and you can make all that money. In fact, to illustrate my point perfectly, the timing could not have been better. While editing this video, my mom sends me a picture of a letter my dad received from OpenDoor offering to buy their home for $473,000 to $578,000. The same home Zillow says is worth $615,800, and Redfin says is worth about $694,067, and might even offer to buy it for $701,000. That's a $228,000 variance in the exact same home. It should be obvious by now that these investors and these algorithms, they don't serve you. They can't even figure out how to serve themselves. So either way, they're not going to beat the knowledge and the representation that you would receive from your neighborhood expert. So whether you're in the French Valley or the greater Temecula Valley, I would be happy to serve you. And if you're not and you don't know who to call, reach out to me anyway. Thank you so much for watching. I work a ton of open houses and people are constantly asking me, David, is this the right time to buy? And I'm going to tell you what I tell them. One, is this an investment or a primary residence? Because if it's your primary, it's not an investment. You're looking to build memories. You're looking to decorate for the holidays. And besides, the last time that I checked, the interest rate on rent is still 100%. And then you're going to ask yourself 3 questions. One, do I have job security? Is my job going anywhere? Because we're getting ready to head into a white collar recession. And I can tell you a lot of people are getting ready to lose their jobs. 2, am I going anywhere for the next few years? Or am I going to be sticking around right here for the next 3 to 5? And then 3, can I mentally sustain the thought of being underwater in my house 15 to 20% until property values return? If you can answer those questions, you're in the right position to buy. If you're not, I would think twice. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll keep trying to give you more great content like this. See you soon.